emulators, Tech Tactical here with another emulator tutorial. Today we'll be doing the PlayStation 2 emulator. Now, before we begin, I must mention that the PlayStation 2 emulator requires much higher hardware specifications than most other emulators. Also, many games do not work properly or at all, so expect bugs when you emulate the system. That being said, let's move on. Any links mentioned in this video will be linked in the description. First, you must download the emulator PCSX2. And you can get it here from the PCSX2 homepage. And you're going to just choose your system here, Windows, Linux, or Mac. We're only going to be doing Windows today. Mac and Linux are a little bit different. And you're just going to choose the standalone installer here and just click download. Now, once you finish up with this download, you're going to need to get a BIOS, or Basic Input Output System. And the BIOS is how a computer system interfaces with its hardware. And since this is emulated hardware, we're going to have to find an actual BIOS from the PlayStation 2. Luckily, I was able to find something on the ISO zone. And you can just download it from here. And I recommend getting the latest version. I believe this is it. And you just click on this little mirror button and it'll take you straight to the download. Now we're going to put both of those off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a ROM. And we're going to go to Cool ROM for this. We're just going to choose ROMs and go down to our system, PlayStation 2. Now let's choose Resident Evil 4. Now before you go and download a ROM, it's a good idea to go ahead and cross-check with the wiki to make sure that it can be played. So let's go ahead and do that. PCSX2 wiki, right here, already have it pulled up. And we're going to go to playable games. Now let's go to R. And we see Resident Evil 4 here. And we see, since all these are green here, that means that people have been successful when emulating this game. And it even says right here on the Windows status, it's completely playable. Now, granted, there may be a couple graphical errors or whatever. That's to be expected when emulating a system. Okay, and once you finish up with your download, let's go ahead and open up our emulator. I've already got this all set up. It's all organized and everything like I normally do. So let's go ahead and open up PCSX2121. Now, first things first. In order to be able to start this, we have to have a BIOS already put into the proper location. And that location, normally, is going to be in your Documents folder. See, it's under this PC, Documents, PCSX2. You'll take the BIOS folder and just drag it in here with all the files inside. Now, that should automatically load it into the PCSX2 emulator. And just to test, go ahead and boot it. As you can see, it goes to the splash screen, and then it has it goes off to the game and goes ahead and starts up. So that means it works properly. Let's shut down this game. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and load up an ISO. So you're going to go to C DVD, go to ISO selector, click Browse. Now, you know how I'm very organized, and I go ahead and put all my ROMs in one place. So it's under PS2 emulator, PS2 ROMs, and then you choose the ISO that you want to play. Now before you're going to be able to play it, what you'll have to do is go ahead and do your configurations. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Config, and let's go ahead and go to the plugin/BIOS selector. Now you can see this is where you can choose the BIOS if you have a folder with all the BIOSes in it. I choose the latest version just to be sure that everything works properly. And if you want to change your video settings, you're going to go to the GS plugin. Either choose a different plugin, which I wouldn't recommend. You'll most likely be able to do everything with this normal plugin, and click Configure. And then from here you can configure it to do whatever it is you want to. Whether you want to have a custom resolution, or you want to enable anti-aliasing, or anisotropic filtering, or whatever you want to do, you can set it in here. Now if you're going to do a controller with this, you're going to have to go to the pad plugin and configure it from here. As you can see, you can choose all your inputs from here, and I've already got mine all configured here. And that's pretty much it. Once you finish configuring everything, you can go ahead and start up your game, whether if you want to do the full start or the fast start. The full start will go through the splash screen and then go to the game. The fast start goes straight to the game, completely skips the splash screen, and you're just good to go. And that's pretty much it as far as the PlayStation 2 emulator goes. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my Facebook and Twitter pages. And this is Tech Tactical, signing off.